Okay, welcome everyone to tonight's session. Tonight, we're going to continue from where we stopped last time. We had an introduction to project plan. So tonight, we are going to create a project plan. So you work with me. We mandated everyone to install a project planner from Project Labor on your system. And I hope we've had a long time to do that. I didn't see anybody complaining on the platform that he couldn't do that. So it means everyone has successfully installed Project Labor. So without wasting any more time, let's start. The worksheet I'm going to use for tonight, I've already shared it on the platform. So if you want to work along with me, just download it. Everything I'm going to do, I'm going to work from that worksheet. It's very simple. You just copy and paste. Yeah. So I'll share my screen and we get started. Sharing my platform trying to come up. Just a moment. And can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, let's start from the worksheet. This is the worksheet we're going to use for this demo. This is a demo exercise that will help us to learn. So you download it and you see here, we already have our work breakdown structure. We have initiate, planning, execute, and closure stage. So Here we have resource planning and allocation for the CRM implementation project. Here you can see the budget we have for this project. We have £10,000 budget, and we'll have a working budget of 7,000, and we'll have 3,000 as a contingency reserve. Then we'll have a duration of 3 months, and we'll have a working duration of 2 months, meaning 1 month is a contingency timeline. So we don't want to work with all our resources. We'll have reserves. We say hourly rates blended across all roles. We say £4.68. You can increase it, or you can leave it or reduce it. It's up to you to decide how you are going to apportion your wage, the hourly rate, to be within your budget. And yeah, see, the resources we need here, we have human resources. The human resources here will have project manager, we have business analyst, and we'll have developer. So we'll have 3 roles here. And if you come down again, we equally have material resources, which is CRM software licensing from Dynamics 365 or any other CRM, but it's a licensing. And this is 1 year license at £1,000 fixed subscription. So that is the resources we have and our budget. So it's left for us now to go and plan it up professionally. We already have work breakdown structure on this project. So that is it. The next thing is, how do we convert this? How do we use this, convert this to a project plan using Project Labor? So that is the task saddle with us. If you learn, if you be able to do that, then you can start positioning yourself very well as a project manager upcoming. Yeah. So if you have installed Project Labor, so you head to your Project Labor, and yeah, so we are going to start a new project. So if you have a Project Labor, all you need to do is double click on the Project Labor and it's going to open up. Yeah, so I can even close this one and start. Let me close this one. No, and it's gone. So I can start from the scratch. Yeah, Project Labor. Yeah, you see here, that is Project Labor here. So I have to open it and click. Oh, it's coming up. Okay, so if you're starting from the scratch, if you open Project Labor, this is what you are going to see. So all you just click, close this, yeah, and then A dialog box like this will appear where it's going to ask you to create a new project or open an existing project. So because we want to start afresh, want to create a new project, we're not going to open a new or existing project. We'll come here and say create, and it's going to ask you the project name. So you come here and you write the project name. The project name, you can call it A, that is autonomous communities. CRM project plan. And the project manager is me. And the project start date is 22nd of June 2026. Any note, you can leave it vacant. We can just say draft project plan. And we'll click OK. And it's going to populate a project plan for us. You see here, if you look at here, up here, you see the title, A Community CRM Project Plan. And yeah, so if you come here, if I open up, you can see we have everything we want here. This is where we are going to put the activities. Activities are going to be here as activity names. You can call it activities, you can call it tasks, duration, start, finish, predecessors, and the resource names. So the first thing we need to do is to bring in the tasks we want to plan. Then we'll head to our project work breakdown structure. Yeah, that's what we need to do. And in our work breakdown structure, this is what we have. I'll come from here. And please, if you want to find my trouble,
excuse me, Mr. Charles.
I'm going to send you away.
I don't know whether I'm the only person that has that problem, please.
Aisha, can you see my screen?
Same thing here. I wasn't seeing the screen. I thought it's from my side.
Don't stop sharing now. I can see it.
Please, Mr. Charles, we're not seeing the screen. For over 5 minutes, we're not seeing the screen you're sharing.
But I asked, can you see my screen now?
I can see
You
it.
can see your screen now. The screen
I
is
can see it from here.
because you're using your phone.
Oh,
Try to use the system. You see it. The screen is up.
I'm
Yeah,
using
using-
phone and I'm seeing it. I'm using
I'm
phone.
using phone. Same as me. I'm using phone, but I'm seeing it.
so it's
So maybe you should log out and try to log in again. It may be network from your side.
okay. So try to troubleshoot your phone. Well, we have to work with laptop. Okay. I need to bring the task here onto my project planner, and I'll select everything, copy it. If you want, you can be typing it one after the other, but it's going to take longer time. So I copy everything and come here and paste. Selecting where I'm going to paste it. Yeah. So you can see I've pasted the task here. So instead of me writing it one after the other, I've just, so if you, once you post or once you create a task, automatically it will assign itself one day. So it's now left for you to edit it. If you want it to be 2 days or 3 days or thereabout, yeah. So what we need to do is, because you see here, initiate is not a task, it's a phase. Planning is a phase, execute is a phase, and closure is a phase. So what we are going to do is we are going to make them the main category, so that other tasks will be subcategory under the phasing. So for us to do that, we are going to use this feature called indentation, indent or outdent. So we are going to select all the tasks under initiate and indent it. Let's see now. And yeah, and we say indent. So you can see indent, meaning that all these are now activities under this phase. Yeah. So we'll come to planning as well. We say indent. Under execute, we'll select all the items under execute. And we say indent. And then we'll come under closure. And we say indent. If we want to outdent it, for all of them to be in the same level, we just say outdent. It will be in the same, you see it's in the same level. So indent is opposite of outdent, and outdent is opposite of indent. So we'll put it back to indent. So you see our work is taking shape. So we are not going to count the number of days under these main categories. The days we are counting are days under the activities. So that is it. So that is the number one step here. We've managed to create activities. So all we need to do now is to assign duration to every activity we have here. So let me, if you go to your task sheets, we're going to see it. So in our task sheet, what we have, how many days? The first identify stakeholders. We say how many days. How many days do we have there? We have 3 days. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir. 3 days.
3 days. Then we'll have 2 days for project kickoff. We'll have for requirement gathering.
14.
We'll have
14
14 days. And then for software selection and business case, we
7
have
days.
7 days. Then for project charter, we'll have 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah. Then we'll come down to system design,
14 days.
and we'll have 14 days.
14 days.
So then we'll come to execute. We'll have customization. We'll have 22 days for developers to do that. And testing, we have
15 days.
15 days. And we have user training,
6 days.
we have 6 days. And for deployment, we have
4 days.
4 days. And then for client acceptance form, we have
21 days.
2 days. And for post-implementation review meeting,
3 days.
and for project closure reports, we have
3 days.
2 days. Yeah. So you see here, as we're adding days, this is what we call Gantt chart. On the Gantt chart is showing the number of days as we are showing it, as we're capturing it. So this is the calendar here. So under this calendar, you can see, yeah, it's already showing, everything is showing here. So you see our days is here. We have for how many days do we have to deploy? How many days? Let's look at our how many days we have in our. Yeah, we have 3 months, and we plan to keep to 1 month as contingency, and then we have 2 months. 2 months as a working durations. What does that mean is that, let's say we just have 60 days minus 4 days. How much days do we have? 4 days is a weekend. So how many days? Yeah?
56 days.
So 56 days. But looking at what we have here already, it seems we're already overshooting our duration. True or false? 14 days. So we'll have, looking at what we have here, we already have we're overshooting ourselves. It doesn't look good. So if you are me, I have to be realistic. So kickoff meeting, I'll just put my kickoff meeting for 1 day. So stakeholder identification, you can see your stakeholder identification, you can bring it to 2 days. You know, requirement gathering, I can just say 5 days. Software selection and business case, I can put it for 4 days. And project charter, can give it 2 days to write the project charter and present. And software design, you can say being realistic, 7 days I help you to design a software as a business analyst. Then customization, 22 days is too much for developers to, we'll say 14 days, we can give it 14 days. And 14 days is much. So testing, let's just say testing, thorough testing, 3 days. And user training, 1 month. 1 day is enough to do the training. Or let's say 2 days. And CRM deployment, 2 days. And client acceptance, you have to write it, submit it to the project sponsor, give the project sponsor time to review and give you feedback. I think 5 days or 4 days is enough. Post-implementation review meeting, you can say 2 days. And 2 days is enough to sit down and write a report and submit the report. So this is looking more realistic, very closer to our timeline. Yeah. Then the next thing is to add the predecessors. The predecessor is, we'll say, talk about dependencies. So we want to know what comes first and what comes second and what are what. That is it. So what we're going to do here is, the first thing here is identify stakeholders. So that is here. So what is the predecessor to identify stakeholder?
Nothing is there.
Nothing.
So
Nothing is there.
that is the first thing. So is 0. So if you're looking at here, we don't have any predecessor. So, and what we hear, that is the number here is number 2. So is 0. Button. So then the second thing is kickoff meeting. So the kickoff meeting, what do we do before the kickoff meeting? What do we do?
Stakeholder.
So what is the predecessor?
Stakeholder identification.
What number What number?
Number
What
two.
number?
Number 2.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay. As you can see, you see the Gantt chart have told you that after number 1 is now pointing to number. You see the arrow. Okay. Then we'll come to the next one. We say requirement gathering and business case. So the predecessor is number 3.
I'm in this side.
Please, if you know you are not talking anything, please, if you are not discussing anything related to this class, put yourself on mute. If you are not contributing to this class. Okay. Then we say software selection, the predecessor is 4, and project charter, the predecessor is
5.
5. So what is the opposite of predecessor?
Successor.
That is it. So the successor and predecessor will know what it means. So, okay. You see the way the Gantt chart is flowing. Okay. Planning, what is the predecessor for planning?
Shape. 1. Shape.
No, planning has no predecessor.
There's no
7.
predecessor.
That's
Zero.
project
Okay.
data.
That is very good. Planning do not have any predecessor. Planning is not a task. Planning is a stage, a phase. So we can't capture planning as a task here.
Yes.
So the next thing here is system design.
Design.
The system design, what is the predecessor of system design?
0.
No, that is project charter.
Yes.
Project charter.
That's 6.
Number 5. Project charter.
6.
Okay, 6, yes,
Project
6.
charter.
6.
Okay.
6. Project charter, yes.
And then we move again to execute stage, and we're here on customization, which is here. The predecessor is
8.
8.
7.
8.
8.
Yes, it's 8.
8. Okay.
8.
Then
8.
we
System
are
design.
now in testing and quality assurance. The predecessor is 10. Yeah.
10.
We'll move
Predecessor is 10.
user training. The predecessor is 11.
11.
Yeah. We move to CRM deployment.
12.
CRM deployment. The predecessor is 12. And then we come to please, if you are not, so that you won't say that if we are not contributing, I know those who are contributing. If you are not contributing, put yourself on mute. There is no need of putting your camera on and it will be, absorbing the background noise while you are not contributing anything. Okay. Then we'll have closure stage. The first item on that closure stage is client acceptance and sign off. The predecessor
14.
is
14.
13. Are you following?
13.
Yes.
And then
13.
we'll have
Post implementation.
the predecessor is 15,
15.
and we'll have
Project
project
closure.
closure report, and the predecessor is 16.
Then
18.
So
15. 16.
what you see is now is that as you are working, you cannot jump number 2 and create number 3. You cannot jump number 3 and create number. So that is it. And you see the Gantt chart is showing us the flow. Work should be. Yeah. So yeah. So we've covered this predecessor, and what have we not done? Yeah.
Assign resource. Assign resource.
resource names.
Okay. We have resources
Yeah,
here.
assign resource.
So before we can assign resources, what do we do? Because I had a brief walkthrough on everything we need to do last week. What do we do?
Identify stakeholders using RESI metrics.
No. Were you in the last class?
Resource breakdown.
No. Okay, without wasting time because of time. So, for us to create resources, we see the resources here. We come to resources and we move down here and we click on this so that we can create a resource sheet. So you see here, the resource sheet is empty. So how many resources do we have here based on our work notes?
2.
3.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
We have
Resources.
4 resources here. We have 2 major resources. Human resources and material resources. And under human resources, we have 4 human resources and 1 material resources. That is making it a total of 4 resources we need to engage. So the first is project manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll say resource name, project manager. Second one here is
Analyst.
this is BA. And the third one is developer. Yeah. And then material resources. So the material resources is software licensing. So here you see we have our resource sheet. So what you can see, the type of resources. The first one is work resources because it's human resources. It says human resources. The second one, business analyst work because it's human resources. The third one, developer work. Then the fourth one is material resources. These material resources are the equipment. It can be bags of cement, it can be bags of sand, it can be anything material, it can be licensing. All these are so, and select material resources. If you like, you can add their emails so that you can send them email. Then their initial as well. If you want, you can add label. Yeah. Okay. And the work unit, all of them here, we are deploying all of them to work here full time. So is 100% usage. We are going to use them. And because material resources is not work-based resources, it doesn't have the amount of usage. It's a fixed material resources. Then the rate here for all these human resources, we said 4 point. How much did we say here across board?
4.63.
Okay. 4.63 across board. Yeah. If you like, you can make it more. Yeah. Okay. So come here and say
4.63.
3. 4.63. 4.63. And this one is fixed rate. Fixed rate of what? What is the material resources we have here? A fixed rate of £1,000. And that's it. So for now, we are not doing overtime. They are all standard base, no overtime for now. If we want to add overtime, we can decide how much we pay for overtime. You can even say you are going to pay £5 overtime, 5 times, and even £5 overtime. Yeah, this is what you are paying per hour. So what is this showing us? Who decide how much you get paid in a project? Who decide how much? Who? Who?
Project. The project sponsor.
Yes,
Sponsor.
Project manager.
The project manager decides what others will get paid.
The project manager, the project sponsor have given you the budget for this project. What the project sponsor is interested in is to make sure that this £10,000 covers this project within these 3 months. You have these resources and you use it to deploy this CRM system within 3 months. That is, they are not interested in how much you pay the people that are doing this job. So that's why, if you like, go to New York City and hire a project manager that they're charging £100, or in central London, a project manager that will be charging £100 an hour. It's up to you. Some project managers charge up to that in central London. Or the same thing they are going to deliver is the same thing the project manager from Osaka is going to deliver, a good project manager. So, and that's why you see so many of us started getting project management role in Nigeria, because if somebody like me, this budget is too tight. It's a very tight budget to do this work. I can decide to take the work if I don't have anything I'm doing. If I'm idle, instead of me staying idle for 3 months, I can take this contract and decide to go to Upwork and recruit cheap labor to help me deliver this. So, yeah. But if you are in London, you are hiring somebody from London, the minimum wage in London, in UK, is £12. You cannot pay anybody less than £12. Somebody who is living in UK, or somebody who is living outside the UK, freelancer, is based on whatever you bargain with the person, because the person is an offshore. So if the person is not paying a tax or contribution to UK, so it's a freelancer. So that is it. So these are some of the things that's happening. Okay. For anybody who lives in UK, got NI, this and that, yeah, working as a, yeah, you can hire self-employed who lives in UK as well. But the point is that if you're hiring from outside the UK as a line, it's based on whatever you guys agreed. Okay, so I'm trying to justify why I'm going to pay some of you $4 instead of £5, or instead of £12 minimum wage. Yeah. Okay, now we have resource sheet. Yeah, so it is now that you can start assigning resources, because you have a resource sheet. Yeah. Okay, I'll move back. You see, to get this resource sheet, you have to move to resources and come over here. That is resource sheet, and add all the resources, create a resource sheet. Then you go back to tasks, where you continue to tasks. You come back here. The task is called, this Gantt chart is the task sheet. The task sheet, so you know resource sheet and then task sheet. Okay, if you want to assign resources, you come to resource name here. There are 2 ways you can do that. You can click on this resource and click on assign resources, and you can assign resource. You can equally double click on it. Yeah. So what is the first? Who does who here? Who does what? Stakeholder identification. Who is the resource?
Project
Project manager.
manager.
Okay, so as I'm here now, I'll click on assign resource, and you can see a dialog box appear. And I'll come here, I'll select it. Yeah, I've selected the project manager. And I'll move down here and I'll click assign. I've assigned, you see, green now. I can choose to remove it by clicking remove. It will go. Or I can click replace it and click another listing. If I want to assign 2 resources per role, I can control and select 2 resources. I can select project manager, for instance. I can control here and select this as well, and then assign. So, but I just want to assign only project manager. So I'm going to so if you look at here, we've assigned resources here. Is here project manager, and you can see it here is assigned here as well, is reflecting. We'll come back down to kickoff meeting. And who does that?
Project manager. Project manager.
Assign project manager as well. And I'll come to requirements gathering and analysis.
Business analyst.
I'll sign it. Then the next is software
Developer.
Selection
and
businesses. Developer.
software
Selection and business case.
Developer.
So who is telling me developer? Why are you telling me
Project
developer?
manager.
No, it's project manager.
Yeah, this can be, this is both,
Project manager.
this is both done by maybe not project manager anyway. It's not project.
BM.
It's, in the real world, in the real world, let's forget about what is on our notes. In the real world, is the business analyst that does software selection. Software selection is, we'll call it solutions evaluation and business case. So it's business analyst, not a project. Forget what is in our notes. Is just to, when we are doing this, just wanted to assign more resources to project management. But in real, let me not confuse you. In real world, it's BA. Yeah. So you can update that on your notes.
Okay.
Because that is project charter is project manager.
Project manager.
Yeah. Project charter is project manager. And yeah. And then system design
Developer.
is solution where is not
Business analyst.
is business analyst. Who is who is saying what is the work of a developer? Let me ask the person who is developer. What is the work of a developer? Then as building. So have customization and development, we assign developer,
Developer.
yeah, testing and quality assurance. We say assign we're going to assign all of them during the testing stage. All these need to be
Everybody is
present.
working.
Yeah, it's testing to make sure it's working. Yeah. So you see, you can assign multiple resources to a task, and then user training. Yeah, let's say mainly user training is done by business analysts, not even project manager. Because the business analysts that design the solution. Deployment. Oh, you see, you see the people I'm working with. Even if we make mistakes,
Yes, sir.
nobody cares. So if we make mistakes, nobody cares if we make mistakes.
Yes, you should be removed.
So even this will be removed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remove. And testing and training. Yeah, we probably need to. We're going to assign multiple. Training, user training, we say BA. And CRM deployment, we say BA and developer.
Hello, class.
BA and developer. And then we say client sign off. We say business analyst. Business analyst. We say post implementation. We say, yeah, the person that facilitated the meeting as project manager, and closure report. project manager, and here we'll have
Project manager.
here sign. So now our project plan is looking somehow like a
Sir, you
project
didn't
plan.
assign any resource. You didn't assign any resource to customization and development.
This is a developer.
Yeah, you removed it initially.
Yeah, team. Yeah. So now we've scheduled our activities, assigned duration, assign predecessors, create resource sheet, and assign resources. So if you want to look at your work, let's say network. Yeah, you see it here. Yeah, it's showing us. You see the process here as you're going to, that is dependencies following it. This is it. So if you come here, you see on each stage, you see everything will go here. And if you come here in work breakdown structure as well, you see on work breakdown structure, initiate stage, the first stage here, how much are we spending? And see here, we're spending 5,000. And then here, planning stage, we're spending, it's 500.
18 pounds.
So, and look here we see, so, and then, so, and this, and this. So this is our total rate. If you look at it here, yeah. From now you see you are very much at a, so to motivate your workers, because you can see there is high margin with the budget, within the budget and what you are trying, because you want to save it. The workers might not be so impressed. So that is how you start increasing the budget, pay a tax or pay a resources. You can say, okay, and I will have enough money, let's increase it to £7. So gradually, don't just go and start, start from big, gradual, and start increasing the budget or the cost. Pay these resources. Yeah. So if you come over with not, if you go to tax usage, you've not done anything, so it's going to be just nothing showing because you've not started. Okay, we will come to resource here. You see resource breakdown structure. So you see this is what the project manager and yeah, we made a mistake here. Yeah, we didn't assign resources to this our license. So we have to go back to correct it. Okay. There is no resource this thing here because we need to capture this. We come here and we say insert a new and come here. You see software license. There's no software license. Just a moment. Okay. So we go back to So say software. So because we can't do anything, what are we configuring? We first need to buy this source code, the script we're going to configure before anything. This is part of the execution. Yeah. So one day is enough for us to do that. And if you come here, you see it's going to affect our predecessors. So we need to come back to our predecessors. So the predecessor to this is going to be 8.
8.
The predecessor to this is going to be 9.
9.
And predecessor to this now. Okay, it's now telling me error. Okay. It should be 9. predecessor to
No, it can't be 9. Oh.
going to be 10. That's why it told me. Yeah, it's 10. Yeah, that's why it's showing error. And predecessor to this. Mhm.
11.
Oh, yeah. Predecessor to this name to be 12. And predecessor to
It's 13.
predecessor to this is going to be 13.
13. Correct.
And then predecessor to this is going to be 14.
16.
Maintain.
17 is
So
correct.
is fixed. So let's see. Yeah, so
Resource
now
planning.
we going to assign resources to this. Yeah. Software licensing.
Oh,
So
shit.
for software licensing, please put yourself on mute. Don't help me again. So on this, we're going to assign the first thing is let's say the business analyst need to procure this. Yeah. Or the project manager, just say business analyst will procure it. Or if we have procurement manager, anybody can procure it. But we don't have procurement manager here. We can say business analyst. And then the license itself. So it's going to be both material and because somebody needs to go to the market to buy it and you need to pay the person that's going to, true of us?
True, sir.
Yeah, so it's not going to be just material. The material is not going to pay for itself or carry itself back home. So, and these two people, it can be either project manager or the business analyst, anybody. But the actual person, when it comes to company, is procurement manager. But we didn't create procurement, so we can just use the resources we have and we'll sign. Yeah. So yeah, that is it. I think we've sorted our little error. Yeah. Let's go to resource and see. So if you come back here, you see CRM software licenses we've captured. You see the is now reflecting. Yeah. And let's say view. Let's see our report. Yeah. This is the project detail. Yeah. So now what we'll have here we have the project name, the start date, and the finishing, expected finishing, and the project manager, and the project status date, and the cost. So here we have 3,185 and 472 hours to do this work. So, and we have 7,000. So all we need to do is to increase our listing by times 2, because here is 3, and see it here, 318. So if we increase it by 2, it's going to give us around 600, and which is close to 700 we have. Yeah. To at least boost the morale of people who are going to work with. Okay. This is overview. If you want to see it in a report, like project report, you can generate a report like this, and you see it. This is the kind of report we can just submit to the project sponsor to show the planning, what we've done. So you see the cost, you see the hours, you see the duration, and starting and finishing. And that is project details. So if we decide to see resource information, we can say this is reports information, and yeah. And let's see tax information. That's it. Let's see who does what. You see what everybody is doing here. Yeah. Yeah. So go back to the project detail. Yeah. So that is the report here. This kind of official report you can send to your line manager. If you go to resource sheets, and here we can say let's just say £8. £8. So let's change it to £8.50. And then let's see again. And you know, I don't think it's not reflecting on this. Yeah. The changes is not reflecting on this yet. It's not reflecting, but yeah, that is it. So let's not you know, where once you refresh this, the update is going to come live. So yeah, one more thing before you finish. As for now, we'll call it, it's still a draft until you save it. This is where you are going to save your work. Come over here. You call it baseline, baselining. So this work, you need to, once you finish, you baseline it. Yeah, it means it's no longer a draft. But before you baseline your work, I suggest make sure that this draft, you share the drafts with your line manager. You know, if you're working under a line manager, it's always good to carry them along. How much you are going to pay, what you've done is going to give them confidence that you are really know what you are doing. So if it's agreed or it's approved that this is now adopted project plan, then you come back here and baseline it. Baselining is what we call versioning. This is the first version of this project plan. If in future anything changes, you decide to add more resources or anything, then you need to come over here, make amendment, and save it again. So this is the first thing you need to, before you finish your work, you say baseline. You can baseline, have up to 10 baseline. After changes up to 10 times, you cannot change again. Cannot add any other change on this project plan. So this, call it versioning, version 1, version 2. 11, this is 0. You can then baseline 1, 2, 3. So that is it. So we say baseline 0 and entire project. You can decide to say the task, select the task you want to baseline, but now is a project plan, you baseline it. And once you click here, it's baseline. If you look at here, you see it has created a baseline. This is the first. If anything happens, you want to change this, you have to come to baseline again. You can come here and add another baseline, baseline 2. After adding any input, become baseline 2. If you want to remove this baseline, you can equally remove the baseline. You can come here and clear the baseline. Entire projects here, baseline 1, clear the baseline. Yeah, I've put it back to drafts and I can continue working. So this is it for you for tonight. Yeah, we've exceeded our time, but it's fine. One other thing that you need to know here is, as you see here, if you go to resource, and the resource, if you can see here, is in pounds. Can you see this? Is in pounds. Yeah. So, but if you are working for a project in America, all of us know that it should be making payments or making purchases in dollars. If you're in Nigeria, it should be in naira, not in pounds. So how do you do that? You come back here to this global. You see global? You click on global and you come to language and country. You come to country. You can see here is in United Kingdom. So if you want to make it to be in Nigeria, you come here, you select the country. You select the country you want to. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it in United Kingdom because this is where we're deploying this boot camp. So our currency, it should be pounds. So once you change the country, it's going to, if you select United States, refresh it, because if you select and save, automatically it's not going to show. It's still going to be seen. But when you refresh it, close and open again, close the bar, it's going to start showing in dollars. So that is it. That is the much we can do for tonight. So all you need to do is, if you have done everything I've done and you already have stepped in, so it's left for you to keep playing around with it, to master it, create more projects. So that is it. And I have assignment for you. Yeah, you see what I used. I used a smaller task to do this because of time, because I planned this to be a 1 hour tutorial. So what are you going to do? What I want you to do is come here. This is what I will use tonight. So I want everybody here. Yeah, after creating this is the tutorial. You still need to do that. But you need to come here and this, yeah, I want you to convert this into a project plan. Everything here, all the tasks here, convert everything into a project plan. Yeah, that is your assignment for this week. Yeah.
Convert.
Yeah. Everybody should have a work breakdown structure. So convert this work breakdown structure framework to a project plan. And that's it. If you have question on what we've done so far tonight, then you can ask question. All right. I'm not having classes with you guys tomorrow. The next time I'm seeing you guys is on Wednesday. Yeah. Yes, Emmanuel.
Greetings, Mr. Charles.
Yes, please go on.
Okay, Mr. Charles, I was going to ask, I don't know if you are going to continue with us on other features of this Project Libre.
There is no
If
feature
yes,
to we captured almost all the projects. The next thing is for you to go and learn it yourself. I'm not going to teach you like a primary school student. Everything you need to know.
okay, that means I will need to ask my question now.
Okay.
Please, sir, what determines a critical task? On that part of Gantt chart, what
We are
determines
still going to
which task?
we are still going to do critical path analysis. So yeah, that is a different topic on its own. But we determine critical path through the predecessors. That's why we have predecessors. Because within the predecessors,
Okay.
that is where we
All right.
know
Thank you, sir.
that is where we can have delays. Because if your predecessor is having a delay, then it means automatically your own project, your own task is equally being delayed, because you need to wait for a predecessor to finish before you can do your own task. For instance, your predecessor need to, like project manager, need to do stakeholder identification and then call a meeting before business analysts start requirement gathering. So if that's got delayed, automatically your own is going to delay, because it's what the outcome of their work will determine your work. Are you getting me? Some of the time, their deliverables are going to be what you are going to step on to work on. If the business analysts have not completed planning, the developers are not starting anything. So if business analysts' deliverables are being delayed, automatically developers' activities, everything they are going to do, are delayed. So that's why we need to know, make sure that we don't have delay. So we need to monitor the deliverables that we are going to be, that we are depending on. That's a critical area. We call it critical because any delay is going to affect you and it's going to affect the project. That's we call it critical. We call it critical path analysis. Yeah. Or we'll have a topic on critical path analysis. Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the features. The features, everything you need to learn on the features is already, you already know it. That's critical path analysis has nothing to do with knowing the feature. But like knowing the predecessor already, dependencies is already there. But everything you need to know here, I've taught you. So if you follow it sequentially and do everything I ask you to do and understand it very well, I don't think there should be any cause for alarm. Any more questions? Okay. We have a lot of work to do. So yeah, if you want to catch up, that's why I said do what I asked you to do. If you have a laptop, as I'm working, you are working, as we now ask you to produce. So what means that we are going to produce 2 project plans. The first project plan is the one we are doing now. And then converting this into project plan. There's another one. So thank you for attending. And you need to pay attention in this project planning. It's very crucial for what you've come here to do as a project manager.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm not meeting with you guys tomorrow. We are seeing again on Thursday. Sorry, on Wednesday, next tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
That gives us time to play around Project Libra tomorrow. From now till tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Please play around. It's important.
Post if the person that is sending it, so the person can drop it on time for us, please. The video, so we can follow that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's correct. That's right. That's correct.
no problems.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
And there's a note you've not sent, sir.
Thank you.
Note of what?
The one that they will Rix, the one on raid log and Rix.
As project plan.
One on Rix management.
Okay, I'll check. Should have reminded me before now.